Good morning students. In the yesterday class we have started about a centripetal force as well as a centrifugal force, and in the yesterday class means in the previous class already we have completed the concept as centripetal force. What do you mean by centripetal force and how it is acting on the body, and how to calculate the centripetal force acting on the body, and everything we have studied in the last class. And as same as centripetal force, the another concept that what you are going to study in the physics chapters, that is a centrifugal force. What do you mean by centrifugal force? We can let us study now. Before going to take the definition of centrifugal force, just we would like to discuss some examples. Let us take, this is a straight road, this one is a straight road, and imagine you are taking a traveling in a car. This is a object now, and let us take, this is a vehicle, this is the vehicle, and the person he is standing and he is driving the car, and the road is exactly straight road, and suddenly however the car is moving, and at this region the road is like a curved path. The road is a circular path one, and imagine yourself, this is a complete one circle is there, and this is the center of circle, and the person initially he is moving in the a straight road, and the moment at which when the person suddenly taking a turn, the car is balancing towards the center. The car is balancing towards the center. Then let us imagine this as a car, and here in this region the car is moving in a straight line. The moment at which suddenly the person is taking a turn, the car is bending towards this imaginary center. And why? Because the force acting on the car is called as a centripetal force, and the centripetal force can be calculated by using an theoretical formula, that is m into v square divided by r. And here regarding centrifugal force, the same example I am taking. Let us consider the person is moving in a car, and now it is a straight road. The moment at which the person taking a turn, and the car is balancing towards the center, but the person he is sitting inside the car, his balance is going away from this imaginary circular path along radially. Person ಸಡನ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಕಾರದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದ, ಬಟ್ ಅದರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕುಳಿತಿರುವಂಥ ಪರ್ಸನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಡ್ರೈವರ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಪ್ಯಾಸೆಂಜರ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಕಾರ್, ದೇರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅವೇ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್. You might have experienced many times, I think so, and whenever you are moving in or you are going in a bus, when the bus driver is taking sudden turn and your balance is going out. Why your balance is going out? You are feeling as if some force is acting on you. That force is called as, that is centrifugal force. What is the definition of centrifugal force? It is imaginary force actually. It is a force acting on body radially in outward direction. It is a force acting on body. It is a force acting on body or a person, means the passengers who are sitting inside the car, acting on body away from the center radially, means the balance is going away from this center, away from the center of this circular road, center of this circular road, instead of road I can take, there is a circular path, away from a circular path. Why? Because why the balance is going away from the circular path, center of circular path? Because the force is acting on that passengers. That force we are going to call it as centrifugal force, called centrifugal force. Centrifugal force. And how much centrifugal force is acting on the body, that can be calculated by using an formula, that is F centrifugal force is equal to m into v square divided by r. What is m? M is mass of object, means the passenger who is sitting inside, his mass of object, and what is v? V is velocity of the person or object. Velocity means speed through which the body is moving. Velocity of object, and r is nothing but this is distance from the center of circular path. This is distance from center. Let us take, now the car is here. When the car is at this point, this is the distance, this is r, and the mass of the body is m, and v is its velocity. Let us imagine you are sitting in a backside seat. Suddenly when the driver taking a turn, your balance is going away. From the center of circular path. That force acting on the passenger or the body is called as a centrifugal force. And how to calculate that centrifugal force? By using an theoretical formula, that is m into v square divided by r. And let us take an example. Or example number 2. Take one more example, that is, let us take same car I am taking, and the car is, the car is moving in a straight line, and the mud is attached to the wheels. Mud means that is soil which is wet. ವೆಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಸಾಯಿಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಣ್ಣು ಈ ಟೈರ್ಗೆ ಏನದ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ರೇನಿ ಸೀಸನ್, ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯು ನೋ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್, ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ರೇನಿ ಸೀಸನ್ ದ ರೋಡ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ವೀಲ್. ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್, ಈ ವೀಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಮಡ್ ಅಂಟ್ಕೊಂಡದ. ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಕಾರ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹವೆವರ್ ದ ವೀಲ್ ಈಸ್ ರೊಟೇಟಿಂಗ್, ಆ ವೀಲಿಗೆ ಅಂಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ ಮಡ್ಡದ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. whenever the car is in motion, the mud means that is wet soil, the mud attached to the, if the wheel is rotating like this, the mud attached to the wheel, the force is acting on this mud in outward direction, on this mud in this direction, it is in this direction, it is in this direction. If the wheel is rotating like this, let us imagine this is a mud is attached to the wheel. If the wheel is rotating, the force acting on this mud punch is in this direction. ಕಾರದ ವೀಲ್ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಕಾರಿಗೆ ಅಂಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ ಆ ಮಡ್ ಅದಲ್ಲ, ಮಡ್ಡದ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಮಡ್ ಫ್ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ವೀಲ್ ಆಫ್ vehicles, that is called as centrifugal force. That is another example. And take another example, that is, take a bucket of water and rotating very fast. Take a bucket of water, take a bucket of water and rotating very fast. If you rotate it very slowly, the water particles are moving to the center and the complete water is falling off. And if you rotate very fast, then the water is not coming, the water is not falling. ಬಕೆಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ವಾಟರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದೋಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಕಡೆ ಅದೇನಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಫ್ಯೂಗಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. And or else you take another example, take a plate and which is having a edge ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟನ್ನು ತಗೋರಿ and take some coins here and take some coins. These are coins and this is a plate with edge, plate with round edge and rotate the plate very fast. These coins are moving away from the center and they are rotating in this region only. If you keep on rotating this plate very fast, the centrifugal acceleration is acting on the coins. These coins are moving off or moving away from the center and the coins are rotating at this region. And the force acting on these coins is away from the center. This force acting on the coins is also called it as centrifugal force. What about the centrifugal force acting on each and every coin? Take mass of each coin, speed of each coin through which they are moving, and if this coin is coming to this position, let us take this is the R and MVR you can take and substitute here, you can getting the centrifugal acceleration, a centrifugal force acting on those. Many examples you are feeling here or you are observing, and the force acting on the body always away from the center. Once again, if the person taking sudden turn, the passenger sitting backside, his balance going away from the center, not towards the center, away from the center. Sudden turn ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಕುಂತಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ಯಾಸೆಂಜರ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. Because which imaginary force is acting, that is not real but imaginary force, that force is called as centrifugal force, and by using this formula we can calculate it. Or another example, this is a car, the mud is attached to the wheels. Whenever the wheel is rotating, the mud present on the surface of the wheel, on that the force is acting in the away direction, that force is called as centrifugal force. ಕಾರದ ವೀಲ್ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ವೀಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ ಆ ಮಡ್ಡದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಹೊರಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್, ದ ಮಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೀವಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೀಲ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ವೀಲ್ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ವೀಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ ಮಡ್ಡ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸಿಡಿದು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಮಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಫ್ಯೂಗಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ plate which is having a round edge. Then let us take, these are number of coins I have kept exactly at the center. If you rotate this a plate, these coins are moving towards the edges because the force acting on the coin towards the center or away from the center. The force acting on the coin is called as centrifugal force. Or else if you want another example, take a small bucket of water and rotate very fastly. The water is not moving towards the center or the water is not falling down. Instead what it is doing, the force acting on the water particles is away from the center. That's why the water particles, they are moving in attaching with the surface of that bucket. These are many examples you might have experienced in your daily life or day-to-day life. This is centripetal force and centrifugal force. This is the concepts, and this knowledge has to be required for you. And if the force acting on the body is towards the center, that force is called as centripetal force. And the centripetal force acting on the body can be calculated by using this formula. or if the force acting on the body is away from the center, that force is called as centrifugal force, and that also can be find out by using an formula mv square divided by r. Centripetal force and centrifugal force, the formula is same. Centripetal force is also mv square divided by r, and centrifugal force is also mv square divided by r. For both the forces, the formula is same. But remember one condition, the centripetal force acting on the body is towards the center, and the centripetal force acting on the body, centrifugal force acting on the body is away from the center. That is the difference. And another difference, the centripetal force is real, but centrifugal force is just the imaginary force in the nature. And these two major difference just you have to remember. What is once again, what is centripetal force? It is the force acting on the body towards the center is called as centripetal force, and the formula is mv square divided by r. And what is centrifugal force? It is the force acting on the body away from the center, and that force is called as centrifugal force, and the formula for centrifugal force is same, but only direction is changes. For centripetal force, the direction of the force is towards the center, and for centrifugal force, the direction of the force is away from the center. And centripetal force acting on the body is real, but centrifugal force acting on the body is, that is, imagine or imaginary force. You just remember the formula and definition that is required for your first few syllabus. Please, and once again, centripetal and centrifugal, and definition required and formula is required. And regarding centripetal and centrifugal, the concept is over, and in the next class we can discuss some other concepts. Thank you.